Welcome to the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. I'm your host, T. Daniels, wife, mama of two girls, multi-business owner, iced coffee connoisseur, and your official bad bitch mentor. Get ready to transform your boring business into a money-making machine by learning how to just be better at being you. No more playing by the rules. It's time to hone in on your gifts, turn up your energy, and make some serious cash. So grab your coffee, your headphones, or just cover your child's ears, and let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. Hello, friends. I am recording a bonus episode for you guys today because this is a piece of the strategy to get clients that I think is really, really important. And I wanted to just add in an extra episode for you guys all about how to build momentum throughout the entire year. Building momentum is different than launching, but it's also really important to do throughout the year so that when you do go to launch or sell an offer, you've already built up excitement. You've already built up an audience, right? And the more we can build momentum throughout the year, the more it will stack on one another. And before you know it, you've built so much momentum that you have an audience built, you have excitement, you have people that want to buy from you, you have people that are buying from you, and it's a way to keep steady growth in your business. So momentum for us as a business owner ebbs and flows. And the reason being is because we're humans, right? So for a lot of us, we cannot sustain certain levels of momentum throughout the year just because we simply cannot. We cannot be motivated and in high energy 24/7, right? There's maybe health reasons, maybe just really human reasons. Maybe we've got summers, our momentum in business dips a little bit because we've got kids out of school. Maybe at the end of the year, it dips a little bit because of the holidays. And you need to find out what are these cycles in your own business. So I have had cycles in my coaching business, my VA business, my agency. And when I had an agency, we worked with wedding professionals, and then they also had cycles in theirs. And every industry is different. And then every person is different, right? So if you go back to episode 1, we talked about building a life first business. The life first business model helps you identify what your life is like, what your business is going to be based on that life strategy. And a lot of this too is like the season of life you're in. So if you have toddlers or school age kids, your kids are in sports, you have teenagers, you have adult children, like those seasons are going to look very, very different in your life. Maybe a season of health stuff, legal stuff. Like there's different seasons for different people. But you can kind of see as you go on and on and on in years, what these cycles look like. So there's going to be cycles that are more profitable. There's going to be cycles that kind of lull a little bit, and yours will be different than mine, but I'm just going to give you mine for an example. So January through March is a really big momentum period for our business. We do a lot of sales in this time frame. Everyone's excited. It's a new year, but we hit the ground running very, very quickly as soon as the new year starts so that we capitalize on everyone else's momentum, because we know that January through March is the start of a new year. For some people, they say it's in January, and some people, they say it's in March, and it doesn't matter because those 3 months are the beginning of the year. It's quarter 1. Everyone's excited. There is collective momentum during this period. And so we really, really capitalize on this. Quarter 2 starts to slow down, but April and May are typically really profitable for us, and they have been out my entire business. So when I was an agency owner, wedding professionals, this is like prime wedding season, is spring, right? This is like from April, I would say even March through November. We are in prime wedding season. And then in the coaching industry, it's the start of quarter 2. So a little bit of that momentum is starting to taper off. People are starting to get settled in. And May, school releases. So like the first 2 weeks of May, everyone's scrambling before school lets out to like really ramp up whatever they're doing, working on, getting in certain containers, leaving containers, whatever. And they're prepping for quote unquote summer break. So from January through mid-May, this is like the biggest momentum our business sees every year without fail. From June through early mid-August, summers, that is when business slows down a bit. It's a little more quiet. And this also ebbs and flows based on your audience. So if your audience is teachers, this time of year might pick up for you because they're out of school and they're like, wow, that year sucked. I can't wait to not be a teacher again. And then they're like hurrying over the summer to try to make something work for them before the new school year starts. So for you, that might be like a really busy season. It really just depends. And then mid to late August through November, people are really, really back in the game. And then December, it starts to taper off, right? So for us, the biggest gap in sales we see is June through August, but I've also had some of my highest launches there. So the reason I'm doing this exercise is to see where are there gaps in your business, and then how do you build momentum through those seasons. So January through March, we're doing really heavy sales to get more people in the door because our programs are 12 months long. So if you start in January, you have a full calendar year with us. And this allows me, if I push lots and lots and lots of sales, to not have to quote unquote worry as much about sales when we're in summer break. So for instance, at the beginning of 2024, January through March, we had 120K quarter. No, it's more than that. I don't know. It was a lot. So then that quarter set us up to be able to take the summer and not worry about sales at all. But it also allowed for lots of momentum to drag out through the summer. And if I were to continue to put my foot on the pedal, which I didn't this year due to a legal case, but let's say in quarter one, we had a really heavy sales quarter, then if I were to put in lots of momentum from April to August, then we would have really, really big quarters from that, right? Because of the momentum. I let my foot completely off the gas due to legal things, so that momentum started to taper off. So one of the big cycles that I see for business owners is they're pushing on the gas and then they're letting off. They're pushing on the gas and they're letting off instead of pushing, coasting. They're like totally stopping and starting, which makes it harder, right? When we completely stop something, it's harder to start it versus if we just like let back a little bit and then we continue to push forward. So I want you to find your own cycles in your business of what this looks like, and then decide where can you put your foot all the way down and where can you coast, not stop. So if you have to coast through the summer because of summer breaks, learn how to coast summers and not stop during the summers, because then it's hard to pick momentum back up. So what this looks like for us is that we have strategies in place that bring leads every month on repeat, no matter what season it is, no matter what the month is. We are constantly doing bundles, summits, collabs, guest speaking, networking, Pinterest. We are doing things to drive leads every single month without fail. That way, momentum is always there. It's always ramping up. When the leads come into my business, they are put on my email list, and my email list gets emailed I shouldn't even say one. I should say like 4+ times a week, because I don't think we ever email less than 3 times a week, honestly. It's usually 4. And then they're also invited to offers, membership, free events, my podcast. Like, they're always being told to go somewhere and do something. There's always content for them to binge. There's always podcasts. There's always free events coming. There's always past events and past masterclasses. There's always something for them to do and somewhere for them to go all the time. So that is a way to keep up momentum, even if I'm quote unquote not around. My team sets up all of my collaborations and bundles. Those are on autopilot. My emails are scheduled every 4, 6, 8 weeks at a time. Those are running out. My email workflows, those are running out. My podcast is scheduled months and ahead. Those are running out. And I've like hundreds of episodes at this point for them. They can binge those. They're invited to social media. There's tons of content there to binge. Plus you can binge my highlights. Plus you can see me on stories because I post there pretty consistently. The point being is that because I've built up all of this content and I've built up this lead strategy, now the momentum is starting to roll even if I'm not around. The momentum is rolling without me. Now, yes, I have a team person, 2 team people that focus on getting me in summits and bundles and getting me in rooms, and then one that's getting Pinterest leads in the door, right? However, these are systems that you can set up for you too. But building momentum is a mix of really, really good routines and being really practical with what you have going on in life, while also being able to keep high motivation so that you can keep your business growth really steady. So this will require you to be at your best and for you to work on your own mindset and where you are starting and stopping and really getting clear on why are you doing that. And if you want a business that allows you to take summers off or holidays off or extended periods of time off, is how are you building momentum even if you're taking time off? So we were able to build momentum through maternity leave. We were able to build momentum when I took 3 months off for legal and mental health stuff. Every year I take 3 weeks off at the end of the year. How am I still able to build momentum even when I'm gone, right? That is the goal, so that it doesn't matter what season of business or life you're in, the ball is still rolling. For so many of you, you're relying on your own motivation and your own physical momentum of your body to get you through, but that does not ebb and flow with life first. That does not build room for life first, whether that is mental health, physical health, kids, sports, summers, maternity leaves. Like, you have to plan for those types of things or what is unexpected. So the more you can build a momentum strategy that doesn't require your physical momentum, the longer you're going to see steady growth in your business that doesn't require you to burn out. So if you're under 6 figures, one of the biggest things that I focus on is one clear strategy, like one clear signature offer, one clear freebie, one clear email list that has like an email strategy attached, and then one lead gen strategy. So the lead gen strategy drives to email, they're getting emails, and then that content is converting them to offers. And that minimal amount of what you're doing, but it's very strategic, will start to get the momentum rolling so that you can add more offers, more strategies, more content, and more team in the future. We need to take it like one piece at a time. If you don't have strategies in place, you don't have your offer bootcamp, you don't have lead gen strategies and conversion strategies, coach school, you need to get in those rooms, because that's how we're going to really see what are the gaps in your business. What are you missing? Where are you not showing up, or showing up quote unquote too much? Where are you not putting in actual strategies that don't require you? And where are you stopping and starting your momentum that is really, really holding you back from growth? It's hindering what you're capable of because you only have so much time in a day. Okay. So that was our bonus episode for momentum. I want you to take a look at, where are you trying to physically pump the momentum into your business? Or where are you just starting and stopping? Or where are you just like literally not showing up at all and hiding from your business and expecting results? And are you creating ebbs and flows through different seasons? Do you even know what those seasons in your business look like? And then I will be back with our last episode on the secret sales process to closing clients on repeat. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will chat with you on the next episode.